Welcome to this section of agricultural revolution at AIU. The part of the course I'll be talking about today is Agen's breakthrough in pesticide efficiency, and I'm going to be answering three questions that I'm required to answer. I will start with the very first question entitled Agen's real coverage and enhanced coverage systems. Sorry, I'm going to take that over. How can Agen's real coverage and enhanced coverage systems contribute to both economic savings of farmers and environmental sustainability? Well, Agen's real coverage and enhanced coverage systems are designed to optimize pesticide and liquid application on crops, leading to economic savings for farmers and promoting environmental sustainability in several ways. Economic savings for farmers is the first way I'm going to be considering. Definitely, when by ensuring that more of the applied liquid reaches and adheres to plant surfaces, farmers can use less pesticide or fertilizer while achieving the same or better effectiveness. This reduces input cost because there is lesser chemical waste. So definitely lesser input cost. I would explain this a little bit deeper as a biochemist because when there's lesser chemical waste, this definitely implies that there's lesser chemical that's going to be used in the production of these pesticides from now on, and this will result in affecting the cost of production and definitely the sales, the price on for sales of these pesticides and fertilizers. They will definitely become more enriched and lesser chemicals that can affect the environment. With that, I go to the next point on economic savings. That's improved efficiency. With better coverage and fewer application passes of these pesticides or fertilizers on the farm, fuel is being saved, labor and equipment wear and tear is equally being taken care of, resulting in overall improved efficiency uh, of technology and human resource use. So, this will definitely result directly in higher crop yields. More effective application can lead to healthier crops and increased yields, translating to greater revenue for farmers, which is what every farmer going on his or her farm is expecting to have. Evidently, it can also be conceived that there will be lower equipment costs because when equipment wear and tear has been taken care of, this definitely means lower maintenance cost. Um, Fewer times will these equipments break down for repairs. So lower equipment maintenance costs because there will be more precise application, which reduces the frequency of use of this equipment, and definitely reduces the risk of their failing for repairs or being getting ready for replacement or even for maintenance. So definitely all these would in as a whole, as a bunch, contribute to improve on the economic savings for farmers. Meanwhile, on the angle of environmental sustainability, reduced runoff and drift of pesticides, because this time it will be a more concise and precise amount that's going to be applied to these plants, will result in more effective deposition on the crops. That which will be deposited will be properly used by the crops. So there'll be less excess that will have to run away into waterways or drift into unintended areas, resulting in pollution and ecosystem damage. And that exactly is what we are fighting under environmental management. Because once there is this drift and runoff into the environment, there is direct pollution of the earth and ecosystem. And this in a circle leads to global warming, increased greenhouse gas emissions, and all these are what is making the earth become more and more losing its containable power. The next point I will touch or talk of is because of lower chemical use due to improved application efficiency, farmers can achieve the same level of protection with fewer chemicals, minimizing the overall environmental footprint, which is very important, like I mentioned before, because this will result in decreased carbon emissions, which is the 10th point under environmental sustainability I would like to underline. Because decrease fewer passes over a field will mean reduced fuel consumption, leading to lower greenhouse gas emissions from agricultural machinery and even from the earth itself. Because once this earth becomes polluted, in the long run, it itself emits greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, and all that you get. So, because of this, there will be decrease in carbon emissions and, of course, an improved environment and a sustainable one for all, definitely resulting in healthier soil and water, which is the fourth point I'm going to be out underlining. Yes, healthier soil and water results from such practices because by preventing excess chemical runoff, AGZN systems help protect soil health and water quality, which benefits biodiversity and long-term farm sustainability. So it can be said confidently that by integrating AGZN's real coverage, which provides real-time visibility into coverage levels, and enhanced coverage, which improves liquid adhesion to plants, farmers can save money while making their farming practices more environmentally responsible. That's it for the first question. And the second question goes thus. What challenges do farmers face in pesticide application and how do AGZN's technologies help address these challenges? Farmers face several challenges when applying pesticides, which can lead to inefficiencies, economic losses, and environmental harm. AGZN's core real coverage and enhanced coverage technologies address these challenges in practical ways. As such, key challenges in pesticide application will be one, inefficient coverage, because when pesticides are sprayed without any target, they are sprayed either in excess or under or lesser than the normal than the needed by the plant, and definitely this leads to uneven protection and wasted chemicals as these will drift into the environment like I mentioned in the first question, thus resulting in over or under application affecting crop health. Because if there is over application, that's what we get to see when we have apples or crops, let me just say plants, fruits having weird taste out of the normal taste we know of. And that can be irritating at times for you to bite an apple and you're expecting that sweet apple taste, and you get one strong sour taste that's so repugnant. The second point will be spray drift and runoff. I think I mentioned it partially, and I'm still going to talk about it. Yes, because this is one of the challenges. Wind and rain carries away pesticides from the farms, causing drift and thus affecting neighboring fields. Because when there's drainage from any farmland, the direction is not chosen by any person but chosen by nature. So as the drainage is flowing away, it is going into other fields, into nearby lands, and whatever those lands are being used for, definitely they get polluted. If they are being used as a means through which a water source is being on which a water source is being docked, definitely that water source becomes polluted. Unfortunately, if some of these runoffs have to fall into wells, like here in Africa, where some wells are left open, just imagine the number of people that will get affected by these fertilizers directly. And we know that fertilizers are not meant for humans. So when they have to drift into these wells and these humans have to consuming them, their health are being affected directly. And we can't tell how disastrous that can be unless you live it. Like we have it in Nigeria, in the riverine area. Excess pesticides that do not adhere to crops can run off into soil and waterways, harming ecosystems. I've explained that. And a third challenge is high input cost. Yes, because these fertilizers have become so expensive, and because the farmers think they must use them, of course, crops have become very expensive to afford in the market today. Yes, we have instances where you go to the market having budgeted what you want to spend, and you find yourself going way above budget and still not even being able to come home with exactly what you wanted to buy. Meanwhile, most of what you're buying has actually been polluted by these pesticides because of over application, or sorry, or because or by these fertilizers because of over application, or by due to under application of pesticides have been eaten up by pests. So you just get a manageable thing at a very, very, very high price. Additional fuel and labor costs arise from multiple spraying attempts too, so that too is high input cost that contributes to increase in sale price. A fourth challenge is lack of visibility and precision. Farmers have no real-time feedback on how well pesticides are covering plants. Traditional methods rely on guesswork, leading to inefficient application and crop vulnerability. And the fifth one is environmental and regulatory pressures. Yes, because due to the cries of the consumers, the regulatory bodies are presently stepping in on the regulations on pesticide use and fertilizers, because of the great concerns it has um, ignited in the health in yeah in the medical field. We have noticed that most of these chemical residues in food are the results of several complications these days that were not the case before. So consumers demanding sustainable farming practices are pushing regulatory bodies to try to enforce these regulatory policies, pushing farmers to reduce chemical use while maintaining yield. And definitely, they need such sustainable technologies like age technologies that come in to help in such ways as: one, providing real coverage, real time spray visibility. This provides instant feedback on pesticide coverage, helping farmers adjust in real time for optimal application. First, it prevents overuse or underuse once the farmer is taught as how well to use this technology, ensuring more effective pest control with fewer chemicals. And second advantage of the Agent's technology is it enhances coverage, better liquid adhesion. Since during the crafting of this technology, there was focus on how best these pesticides could be modified to become easily absorbable by the plant. So definitely the resulting effect is that it enhances liquid absorption of the pesticide by controlling spray length and width and droplets. So this uses advanced surface chemistry to ensure pesticides stick better to plant surfaces, reducing drift and runoff, thereby improving leaf coverage efficiency, allowing farmers to use less pesticide while maintaining effectiveness. In such way, it is definitely cost saving for the farmer, which is the third advantage. Cost saving because with better coverage, farmers can use fewer pesticides while achieving the same level of protection. And fewer spray passes will mean lesser fuel use, lesser level use, and lesser equipment wear and tear. Definitely, because there are lesser drift off and runoff of the chemicals, because lesser chemical waste, environmental protection is ensured because there's reduction in chemical pollution of soil and water, and lower airborne pesticide drift, protecting surrounding ecosystems and human health. Compliance and sustainability helps. This technology also has proven to help farmers meet regulatory requirements by improving pesticide efficiency and minimizing environmental impact, thereby supporting sustainable farming by reducing reliance on excess chemical input. Thus, it can be confidently said that by tackling waste, inefficiency, and environmental risk, AGZN's solutions help farmers achieve higher productivity at lower cost while making agriculture more sustainable and precise. So, at this point, I will be drifting straight out to the third question, which is how might the widespread adoption of precision based pesticide management impact global food production and environmental conservation in the long run? Yeah, the widespread adoption of AI based pesticide management systems like AGZ's real coverage and enhanced coverage could have a transformative impact on global food production and environmental conservation. Why do I say so? Because, one, impact on global food production would look like this: there will be increased crop yields thanks to AI driven precision measures that ensure that pesticides are applied effectively, reducing crop losses from pests and diseases, thereby resulting in higher yields and more reliable food production because we will have a lot more healthier food to consume. Optimized resource use because farmers will use less pesticides while maintaining effectiveness, reducing cost, and making food production more efficient. And we can equally, in this line, boast of improved food security because as efficiency increases, farmers, especially in developing regions like here in Africa, can grow more food with fewer inputs, helping to combat hunger and malnutrition. Oh, you can't know that if you haven't lived it. But then, assuring you that yes, this technology can go a long way to reduce crop losses because better pesticide adherence prevents outbreak of pests and diseases, thereby minimizing large-scale crop failures and directly impacting amount of food production. So lesser and lesser will go hungry. And when we talk about environmental conservation benefits, there are so many too. One, reduced chemical runoff because of precision application, which prevents excess pesticides from contaminating soil and water sources, will help protect aquatic ecosystems and biodiversity. Secondly, lower airborne drift will ensure that lands on crops, that pesticides will greatly be limited to lands on crops on lands instead of dispersing into the air, thereby reducing unintended harm to non-target plants, pollinators, and human communities. Decreased greenhouse gas emissions with fewer application passes needed, fewer fuel consumption, and emissions from farm machinery decrease will definitely greatly directly contribute to climate change mitigation. That I can say with a lot of confidence. These will thereby result in healthier soils because reduced pesticide would affect the soils. That is little or no pesticides. Well, we can't say no because there will be droplets that will touch the ground, but a very much reduced amount of pesticides would touch the earth, and definitely would leave the earth more balanced in soil microbiome than before, thereby improving long-term soil fertility and resilience. Because definitely lesser fertilizers to harm the microbiome, and more microbiome would become resistant and will be able to fight for their survival. As such, the earth will not need much more fertilizer as time goes by. That's a great environmental impact. Thirdly, economic and regulatory impacts would also be noticed. I would like to talk about this, yes, because lower farming costs, whereby farmers spend less on chemicals, fuel, and labor, improving will go a long way to improve profitability and will make agriculture more sustainable. And thus, the younger generation that are shying away from this will be attracted towards that. Compliance with regulations by the regulatory bodies will become a lot more easier with time as these technologies keep popping up to take care of different aspects of agricultural challenges. As governments enforce the stricter pesticides rules and other regulatory policies that are fixed on agriculture, this will help farmers to stay compliant while maintaining productivity. There will be greater support for regenerative agriculture because AI driven precision farming aligns with sustainable agricultural practices, encouraging less reliance on synthetic chemicals and fostering more organic and eco friendly farming. So it can be confidently said that there will be a long term global impact if these technologies can actually go on the rise because there'll be more for sustainable food systems. There'll be greater biodiversity protection because reduced chemical exposure benefits beneficial insects, plants, beneficial insects, birds, and soil organisms that help in restoring natural ecosystems. Thus, there'll be a shift towards smarter agriculture with time as as these technologies are being adopted. Farmers worldwide will shift towards data-driven AI-enhanced farming, making global food systems more resilient, efficient, and environmentally friendly. Of course, it can't be overly emphasized if it has to be said that by improving efficiency, reducing waste, and protecting ecosystems, AI based pesticide management could play a crucial role in feeding a growing global population while minimizing agriculture's environmental footprint. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.